He's a new world man. I love Rush. Rush is good. I like that band. There's a lot of bands I like. It's welcome back to SOS. I'm Staff Sergeant Badass. Yes, that's my name. For those of you that get offended every time I say, yes, that's my name. And why do I have that name? You might ask. Did I come up with that myself? No. It's not something that I came up with. Other people gave me that name. It was actually on placards. Staff NCOIC. It said Staff Sergeant Badass. Had my last name right there. Okay, folks. Marine Corps is notorious for giving these little gangster names, and that was one of the names I got. People get offended on here by some unusual things. Okay, I just wanted to share that one little bit because I get that one a lot. You know, you'd be amazed at how many people. I'm just going to talk. You'd be amazed at how many people get offended by the stupidest things. Okay, and those are people you don't want around you. All right, and usually the people that get offended so easy can't help me. They can't help me. Never, ever be able to help me. They probably can't even cut grass. I cut my own grass. I mow I mow my lawn. I have weed eaters and stuff, and you know, I garden and do things what I can in a city and in city limits. There's people out there that can't do that. They can't do basic activities. They can't even change their own freaking oil. They can't change their tire. I mean, I could go on and on of the idiocracy in the world of things that people cannot figure out how to do. They just can't do it. They're freaking dumb. And there's just so many people that I guess they run around and just try to suck the life out of all the normal, you know, the normal people that are trying to help, you know, they're trying to help the world do something, right? What is this video about? I don't know. I'm just making this because this is what I do. I like to just turn this camera on and I just like to talk. I like to get up in the morning and make a video. I know it's gotten crazy and I know there's a lot of people watching, and it's one of those things. How to deal with one thing that what is one thing I deal with, okay? How to deal with depression, how to deal with PTSD, how to deal with TBI and things like that. Okay, it's a long list of stuff, and PTSD, it's better to work out PTSD the way the person wants to work that out. That's something that the best thing is you could do group sessions. That's one thing. The VA offers that. You could do group sessions. That's always pretty helpful. Most people in the room are pretty quiet. They don't want to talk, and that has a lot to do with that situation. Just saying. I mean, most people who have PTSD don't talk very much, and it's only certain situations that they can. You know what? Me, I turn on the camera so that I can talk, and I don't have what a lot of other people have. You know, not the same. There's different variants of it, and mine will lead towards depression, and I can't be left alone for a long period of time. It's one of those things. I got to be around people, and but sometimes I don't want to be around anybody. The most important thing for me is to force myself. If I don't want to be around people, I have to force myself to be around people. You know, you ever get those points? Does any of this make sense? If it does, I'm hoping this is making sense. But you kind of shut yourself down and you're like, I don't want to be around anybody. Done. But when you get like that, that's when you have to be. You have to get around people or do something. You have to have an activity. People ask me all the time, why did you get into leatherwork? What made you want to do that? Well, it takes a long thought process into that, but why did I get into any of this stuff? Right? It's like taking my mind away from stuff. I keep my hands busy. You know, idle hands do the devil's work. I have to keep my brain going and building stuff. Reading books. I read a lot of books. Yeah, I'm in books. I do that. I like to learn about weird stuff. But the more I do, the less the depression comes on. The weird thing. I go through something every year. I try not to talk about it because somebody's going to be like, "Oh, dude, get over it." I've already talked about it once already. But one tragic event in my life where that involved some situations that I lost a friend, and then that led from that situation leads and stacks up with all these other situations, right? It's like they all come together into one tragic event, and it all happens from one particular day, and on that particular day I start thinking about the others, and it tears me up every single time. It's something I have to go through, but every year I face it differently. I mean, you could sit there and get hammered drunk and deal with the situation that way. You could take it sober and just try to get through it, try to do something different. Yesterday I spent most of my day in the backyard shooting my bow. I shot multiple bows. I kept coming back in the house, and I was grabbing different broadheads and different arrows and going back out and shooting something else. And I did not want to turn the camera on. I just wanted to see what stuff happen. What happens when I do certain things. But that helps. It's distracting me. You've got to do things to deal with that depression. You have to do things. You cannot sit here and not do anything. You've got to keep your mind going. You've got to keep yourself focused on something. Family, you got to focus on the things around you. Get out of the house. One thing that I did today, what did I do today that got my mind off stuff? I took the girls to the park, and I let them chase and feed the ducks. That was something I did. Kept my mind off everything, going on. This is the worst time of the year for me. May. I think May is probably the worst time of the year for me. It's always the roughest for me to get through because I start thinking about a lot of stuff. Because, like the phone calls that I got, wishing I could have changed past for other people. I could have saved them or helped them, but I couldn't. I had no control. It was completely out of my control. But I still blame myself for a lot of things that I know are not my fault. I still do it. It doesn't matter. That's what we do. We're human. And we all do that. You think that you could have changed everything. You think that, you could have had some kind of superpower that would have saved the day, but it just isn't going to happen. You're not going to save everybody. And that's another thing I have to tell myself. Dealing with TBI. How do I deal with it? Box fan. I turn on a box. I know, right? Am I whining? Am I complaining? No, I'm not whining and complaining. I don't care if I am. You can go tune into one of those stupid channels that play with saws and dumb trash if you get offended or bored with me. There's plenty of other channels out there that do dumb stuff all day. You watch somebody eat like an endless supply of gummy bears or something dumb. Those always get like 10 billion views, right? Those you gotta have a guy who drinks like 10 gallons of soda. Some guy gets in the saw competition. I'm gonna challenge a silky saw. Alright. That's enough sarcasm from me, so I'm probably already mad by now. Anyway. Skills. Alright. There's so many people that just drive me nuts. I just think to myself, you'll never survive. You'll never survive. Bothers me a lot. And the sad thing is that I'm a skilled professional. No, you're not. You are not a skilled professional. You know what I'm talking about. Drives me nuts. So, TBI, box fan, telling you to keep you up. It's an annoying sound, and like I can hear it right now as I talk, and I can still hear it. I don't know why. TBI can be caused from a lot of different things. Mine's from a massive head injury. I don't know if you can see that little scar. You guys sometimes see it. I have a massive head injury. I was knocked out, completely cold knocked out. It's a long story. And I was actually on duty. But yeah, that's how I deal with it. Box fan, that's how I deal with TBI. And the depression thing, I've always got the wife. She picks those moments where I'm like really sinking low, and she can tell that I'm sinking into that weird kind of funk.
Depression.
Yeah, she knows. And it's like, well, what would cheer you up? Yeah, well, it's just names off a million different things. It's just something that you have to go through.
Yep, you gotta.
But every year, like I said,
go through it and just. Now we're here.
But every year about this time, this is usually what happens to me. But there's nothing I really, it's really out of my control, because my mind gets to wandering into family members crying on me and all kinds of stuff. Medals getting ripped off my chest and weird stuff, man. I go through some weird stuff. I have strange nightmares in the middle of the night over weird stuff. I had something scary happen to me last night. I woke up at freaking 2:30 in the morning, and some woman was supposed to be helping us in some situation, and it was like some chaotic event, and this woman's supposed to be helping us, and she totally turned on us at the last minute. And then it was kind of like, well, you should have thought about that before. And then I woke up. I'm like, what the hell was that about? What are these weird dreams about anyway? Like, I have the weirdest dreams. It has nothing to do with anything that goes on around me. So I don't understand any of that weird stuff. But I think it's worry and stress and things I think about all day long that drive me nuts. So, was this one? I just wonder if this is one of those sad, stale videos. Is it sad and stale? I hope not. Sorry, I'm not like dancing around like a hot chicken on a frying pan for everybody, but it's one of those things.
You want me to grab a kitten?
You should grab some kittens. You got a couple of them?
I'll go grab some kittens.
Go grab some kittens.
We'll make it happier.
To make my day happier, I went and got the girls kittens. They lost poor Snowball, Fuzzy Nuts. I used to call him Fuzzy Nuts. He was our yard protector. He was a mix between feral and house. He could be in the house, but he was slightly feral, and he ran off all the other cats. Someone killed it. So I went, and we found two little blackies. So now,
well, we call them the minions for now.
They're the minions. Thing 1 and Thing 2. But yeah, we've got Thing 1 and Thing 2. We're not sure. I think one's a female and one's a male. But they're brother and sister, so they'll keep each other company for a while. Kittens, yeah, you little kittens. Yeah, you want a little kitten. There's a kitten in the video. Million views right there. There's a kitten. Look, he's wagging his tail. Alright, that's all I got. I just wanted to share that little tidbit. That's how I deal with it. I do stuff. I do lots of stuff. I'm constantly busy. I have 5 jobs. I move. I go. And if I keep going, go, totally distracts me from all the weird crap that goes on in my brain. And that's the only way that I can get it off my brain. And I have to force myself. And people around me have to force me. It's like going to the gym. Today I didn't want to go. I was in this weird vibe. And the wife's like, you got to go. You got to go. And you got to have someone you know, that's got your back, that will jump in and say, hey, you got to go. You can't sit here.
Just pull him by his beard out the door.
You can't sit here and go through that crap. You got to get out of the house. So lately, that's what's been going on. I got to get out of the house. I got to get out of here.
Yep.
Because I stay here too long, I start sinking into that slump. But we love you. There's kittens, and God bless, and take care, and rainbows and unicorns and kittens. We love you guys. Take it easy.